guys, I'm Anthony and welcome to After Van Life. So guys, my first small talk topic video did pretty good in terms of my average views that I get on my videos. So I thought I'd make another one because I do have some other small talk topics that I can talk about, but not worth making an entire video on each of these small talk topics. So let's get right into it. But before I do that, I also want to let you guys know that I am aware of my in and out sound. I noticed that a couple videos ago. I have been looking it up online trying to resolve that issue, and I have not found anything yet, but I will continue to work on that, and I ask that you just bear with me for the time being, but I will resolve it soon. Now, getting into our small talk topics, topic number one is work again. Go figure. Alright, so I got an unexpected week off from work. All next week I am off from work. I went into work on Thursday night and there was a memo up on the supervisor's door, and it said something to the effect of, we're looking for some volunteers to take off all next week because the light work, because of light work. So apparently no one, volunteered because, I mean, why should they? It's the beginning of the year. Who wants to use 5 days vacation the first week of the new year, and who wants to go a week without pay voluntarily? So they didn't get anybody apparently, so they went by seniority and chose the last 6 people, which of course included me, to have off. So I have all next week off. Now, what I am most frustrated about with that decision is they didn't tell us in time enough for us to file unemployment. And it's not their fault though, because they had to wait a day to see if anybody volunteered before they make a decision on how to handle the schedule for next week. So it's not their fault. But if this happens to me, and I think they're going to ask me for another week off, I will be able to file for unemployment. By the way, their unemployment up in Jersey is much more than what Maryland pays for unemployment. When he told me the amount, I was like, what? Shoot. If that's the amount, I'll stay off a whole month. Shucks. But, yeah. So, I'm off all next week. I do have some things in mind already what I was going to do or thinking about doing. One is going down to Baltimore and spending some time with my mom because I haven't seen her since the holidays. So I do plan on going down there at least one day and hanging out with my mom and possibly seeing 1 or 2 friends. The next thing, I figure that it will be just as good as time as any to start working out. I mean, I don't have work, I don't have to worry about working overnight and being tired. So next week is the perfect week for me to get on this workout and develop some type of pace and keep it going. So I will be doing that next week. Also next week being off, it gives me an opportunity to post more than normal videos than I would if I was working. So I'm going to be posting a few more videos next week than I normally do, and hope you guys watch them and enjoy them. I already have a couple of topics and things that I'm going to post next week, so look out for that. Alright, that's small talk topic number 1. Now, the next small talk topic, I don't know how I forgot this. I knew I was forgetting something when I made my 2020 goals of improvement video. Because remember at the end I was like, it's something else, I'm forgetting something. Well, what I was forgetting was my candle business. How could I forget my candle business? But anywho, my plans for my candle business in 2020, number 1, is to be more profitable than I have been. May of this year is not only going to be the end of my car payment, it's also going to be my 2-year anniversary for having my candle business. And since it is increasingly difficult from what I have been experiencing to get an online presence, I decided to go another route in 2020. I mentioned this to you guys before that I was going to go the craft store or the craft shows route this spring all the way into the fall and the end of this year. I did find a complete list of all the craft shows that took place last year in 2019. I just need to take that list, make my own list, contact names, contact emails, phone numbers, just make a nice neat list of that so that I can know when these craft shows are coming up this year in 2020, and make sure that I contact these people well in advance to make sure that I get a table at these craft shows. Now, with that, I'm hoping that if I get out as much as I'm intending on getting out, that I will establish a better online presence by leaving my cards on the table, and people will be taking my cards as I go from craft show to craft show. So that's my big plan for my candle business in 2020. I'm just gonna get out there, and I think it will be best because people can then smell the candles, they can actually physically see the candles, and I think it will help me out a lot. It's difficult to get an online presence with so many candle companies out there and people selling candles. Now, somebody asked me, did I join eBay or Etsy? I was on Etsy, but the problem with Etsy is, once again, there are so many people selling candles on Etsy. My candle page on Etsy probably was at 200, and who's going to sit there and scroll through 200 pages before deciding on buying a candle? Nobody, in my opinion, in their right mind would do that. So it was difficult. The placement was the problem with Etsy. Unless you've been on there for a few years and Etsy is used to your page now and you selling on there this, that, and the other, it's just almost impossible to be up in the front of when people start searching for candles. So I'm no longer in 2020 going to focus on the online presence. So thank you guys who have offered to, some suggestions and want to help me out, but I'm definitely going to be focusing on getting out there in the street and selling my candles. I think that's going to do a world of difference than just trying to rely on the online presence. Now, the third and final small talk topic is not so good. Something happened in my neighborhood just outside of my window, and I grabbed my camera and I went out there and basically was nosy, like a lot of other people, to see what was going on. And here's some footage of what went down. It is going to be another introductory video. I decided to put that in because I didn't know how I was going to post this, but here's an introductory and then you'll get to the video. Alright guys, so watch this and I'll see you after this video. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. See that van, that SUV over there in the grass? It ran the light and hit that car right there, that SUV right there. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't want to get all close up on it. Tore her whole front off that SUV. I don't know if you can see that woman right there on the phone, but she's the one that was driving the black car. And I don't know if you guys can see that SUV over there in the kind of on the side there. From what I understand, and that woman yelling, that SUV over there in the grass ran the light. Alright guys, so that is what went down outside of my window. I heard it and I immediately jumped up and was like, what in the world was that? Looked out, it was just a horrible crash. The woman was yelling, he ran the light, he ran the light. Did you see that? To I guess the person that was behind her at the light. Did you see that? Did you see that? And she was so upset and pissed. She got on the phone. She was calling someone and she talked to someone and was yelling and was like, this bitch f my car up. You should see my car. Da, da, da. I was like, wow, that was something else. But what a way to almost start your year off, getting in a horrible accident like that. Thankfully, like I mentioned, no one was hurt on either side. And I actually feel bad for that person because something terrible is going to happen. She going to sue him or something like that is going to happen. I know they're not just going to be left alone. Even though she was not hurt, you know, people, illnesses come after the fact. You know what I mean? But anywho, guys, that's it for my small talk topic number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget, guys, it's important to hit the notification bell so you guys can know when I post a video. You know? Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks as always for you guys taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I do appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys all next week. Okay, not all next week, but more next week. All right. Have a good weekend, guys.